This is Mr. Walk That Walk. We are back for another episode of Can You Connect? And today's episode is going to be on men being from Mars. This is going to be on the male brain and how men's brain operate and how they think, and that thought process. So we'll start off with, the male brain being symptomizing tendencies and mechanistic thinking. So, symptomizing is that drive to analyze and explore and construct a system, you know, which which is in regard of figuring out how things work or finding the rules that govern the behavior of a system. And this helps understand and predict the system or, invent or work on inventing a new system. Psychologists thought men having low empathizing or low empathy was helpful during long hunting and tracking trips alone, by themselves. However, it also includes violence and aggression during a competition. Men are usually good at math, physics, engineering. This is usually because these things have certain rules you have to sort of follow. So this goes back to symptomizing and following the rules and figuring out the rules, and pretty good with that. Men are usually task focused and less talkative, and some men will even isolate. And men have a difficult time understanding certain emotions and struggle to understand emotions that are not spoken. With this, it's like, did this person have people in his lives where he was able to feel comfortable speaking with? And some of the sense, maybe some men don't like talking that often. That could be a thing too. Men usually use fight or flight response during a stressful situation. Men are more likely to have language disorders or autism or ADHD, or it could be Tourette's, we're more prone to these type of disorders. And men are usually challenging, it's usually challenging for men to talk with, to talk. Oh, so I'm sorry. I'm reading the wrong thing. It's usually challenging for men to talk and hold a conversation because sometimes they use short answers, sometimes they don't give an explanation. And if that's the case, maybe asking them to explain or asking them to elaborate on what they mean by it. Sometimes that helps, or sometimes they may not have the words to fully express what they want to express at the moment. And men are more likely to use their smile, lean forward, or touch, or gaze into the face during a face-to-face conversation. So using those nonverbals as a way to, say that they're interested in the conversation. And men and boys usually learn to use speech to express dominance and play in organized hierarchy groups that focus on directing, winning, joking around, and showing off. So that's pretty much it. I mean, for the solo thing, some men have, some guys usually have a few friends, and some guys usually isolate to focus on their tasks. So if a guy is task focused, then he's not too focused on the relationships around him. So he'll usually isolate to complete all his tasks, and maybe during his free time, maybe that's when he'll interact or socialize. But sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's good to have a break. Yeah, it's just finding that balance so that a person isn't maybe overworked or where they're missing out on doing their self-care and taking care of themselves so they're able to be their best selves. So those are some important things that I wanted to hit on this episode. We're going to be supporting a Black content creator, so I'm going to be putting her information in the description. So please, subscribe to her page and like her videos. So, show her some love. And if you're interested in couples therapy or individual therapy, please send me an email. And I also do, but I only do that in the state of Maryland. And I do behavior health, so I help people focus on changing their habits, from maybe negative ones to positive ones. I could do that all throughout the US, so you can email me for that too. And all the information will be, my email address and the other information will be in the description. So please check it out and see what you like or don't like. And we'll stay tuned in the next episode. So y'all have a good rest of the day and thank you for listening.
Our lives are life, filled with drama. Our homes are homes, living big. Our dreams are dreams, slowly shattered, and our body bleeds, bruising matter. What does it take to become a legend? What can we do to teach a lesson? Is there a way for you to come in? Oh, why do we wait to replace the world? When the world loses your mind, it's not gold that makes it back. Yeah, yeah. When the world